Okay. So Madhu, we have discussed all these things. Okay. So now,
Okay.
in this session, we are going to discuss network ACL, security group, and what is
Okay.
VPN, what is transit gateway. Okay. So
Okay.
here, network ACLs.
Okay.
As you know, by default, when you create for example, when you create a subnet, okay.
Okay.
So, but when you create a VPC by default, within the within the subnets of a VPC, you can communicate with each other. There is no restrictions, right? So
Okay.
let me
Okay.
show that. Create a VPC first. I will create a VPC first. Hmm. Okay, demo. CDR. Create a VPC. Okay, close it. So once you create a VPC, you will get a default route table with that. Okay, you don't have any
Okay.
subnets here. You can see there's
Okay.
no subnets here. If you come here,
Okay.
network ACLs. So you see, like when you create a VPC, a default network ACL got created.
Okay.
Okay, so you can go here.
Okay.
Here, it's like a route table only. So when you create a VPC, you will get a route table, right? Default. Okay,
Okay.
like that you also get a network ACL also by default when you create a VPC.
Okay.
So you can see here, also say same in your route table there is subnet association, like that only network ACLs will be there. Okay, subnet association, you
Okay.
need to associate with the subnets. Okay, if you come here,
Okay.
inbound rules and outbound rules. Okay, you can see here, uh, you can add rules. Okay, so here
Okay.
the least rule will get the priority. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
so here what you're saying, all traffic, protocol all, port range all, source from anywhere allow. Okay, the same thing you
Okay.
added
Okay.
here, deny. So the priority will go to 100 because this is the least one. Star is nothing, everything. Okay, so here,
Okay.
if you go to
Okay.
outbound, you'll see same rule. Okay,
Okay.
if you want to restrict, for example, you created a VPC, you
Okay.
created two subnets, but if you create
Okay.
servers in two subnets, okay, if you want to
Okay.
communicate with each other by allowing ports in their respective security groups of the servers which you have created in those two subnets, okay, then you are
Okay.
able to communicate. Okay, but if you want to
Okay.
restrict the communication between the subnets,
Okay.
then you need to take advantage of network ACLs
Okay. The main purpose of network ACLs is to
to
restrict the
restrict.
communication between the two subnets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So what
Okay.
happens
Got
is
it.
in some companies, there will be test environments or small environments will be there. So what they will do is, like, they will create a VPC. Inside that they will
Okay.
create subnets, and they use subnets for small customers. Okay. So for
Okay.
example, subnet 1, subnet 2. Subnet 1 is having one customer. Subnet 2 is having one customer.
Okay.
So it's a small customers, okay, small applications or small customers. So you don't have to enable communication between the customer one and customer two data, right? So you need to restrict, right?
Okay.
According to the policies, security
Okay.
breach and all. So there you will
Okay.
take advantage of network ACL, and you can restrict the access between these subnets.
Okay.
That I will show you how you can do it. Okay. So
Okay. Okay.
I've created a VPC now. Let's create a subnets. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Create subnet. So let's create subnet two subnets. Subnet one, the VPC here. So why I'm repeating that daily is, like, by seeing that daily, you will get to know the procedure. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Mm. And also, if every day, if you start new concept, now first you please elaborate that particular thing, Madhu. For example, you are telling network ACL. First, you tell the purpose of network ACL. Post that you can start the session.
Yeah, sure. That's what I told you. Na? Network ACL is like for restricting access between the subnets. Okay. Let's create. Okay. We have created a subnet. Let's create one more subnet. We'll call it as subnet 2. Okay. We'll select the VPC. We'll collect one more region. So you know, right? When we are creating subnets, choose the different availability zones. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
It's not mandatory. I'm telling you,
Okay.
it's better to choose, because if you span our servers across the multiple subnets, then if some issues happen with some availability zone, our server will be safe in some other availability zone. So at least the customer will not get downtime. That's what. Okay.
Okay.
20.60/28. Create. So you got two subnets, right? Yeah, we have got two subnets. Okay, so the route, the default route will be attached to that. Okay, here you can see the network ACL. How you can see the route table which is attached to this subnet. The same way you can see the network ACL here. Okay, this is the
Okay. Okay.
default NACL got attached. Okay,
Okay.
this is the network ACL that is got attached. Okay, so now
Okay.
let me uh, what do you call this, let me create some servers inside these two. So before that, we need for to showcasing the connectivity, we need to have a server which I can connect to, and from there I need to show that traffic, right? So let me
Okay.
create a internet gateway. Okay,
Okay.
create internet gateway. So make it as IGW. Okay, create. Okay, I've attached it to my VPC. Okay, okay, now I will go to route table, yeah, subnet association. So I will associate this with the default only. Okay, okay, the route is only the local route is there, edit routes. So I will adding like 2000 for the internet, go through internet gateway. See, okay, so my both the subnets have the internet tag connectivity, like they are public subnets now, huh? Okay, go to subnets. So let's go to my EC2. EC2. One instance. Okay, large instance. Select AMI. Go next. So here I have two subnets, right? So I'm creating this in subnet one. Okay. So here let it enable for the temporary purpose only. Now we are telling like what is the need of taking elastic IP now. Okay. So let's go and add storage. That's okay. Okay. Sub. Okay. Let's here add one tag. Name one. Got to go. Here create server one. One. Okay, so I'm allowing from my IP. Okay, SSH rev1 launch. So here let's choose an existing, which key we have, VPC key I think I have. Let's go launch. So parallelly, go and create one more server. Pick the same AMI. Go to the configuration security group. Here select subnet 2. Here let it enable. Add storage. Next, add our tag. Server 2. Configure security group. Okay, here we'll say server 2, or we'll select existing. Okay, so we'll create separate only. Server 2. Here I'm selecting from my IP. Maybe one launch. Let's select choose existing. We select VPC. Launch. Okay, so we have created two servers now. So they're in different security groups. So sorry,
Okay.
they're in different subnets. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Two subnets ki one server you created, right?
Yeah. Between two subnets,
Okay.
I've created one server. So you can
Okay.
see here, availability zone. It's in 1A, 1B. They're in two different
Okay.
availability zone, two different subnets. Okay. Let them
Okay.
let create. Okay. So now for a time being, for the this one, let me connect to this server. Okay, this is the server one, right? Okay.
Okay.
I'm going with the git bash now. Bash. Okay. Let's see the downloads. So my keys are there in downloads. Okay, that's why I'm going there. Yes, right. We have a VPC cam. So first, let's SSH-i to one server. Okay. VPC EC2-user, but this is a server IP. Yes. So we are inside the server. Which one? 10.0.28. So if you try to ping, so it will not ping because we have not enabled ICMP, right? So we want to try to communicate with the server 2 now. So go to server 2 security group here, open a new window, go there. Go to that security group, go to edit inbound rules. So let's add all ICMP. So this need to be enabled to ping, right? So what is my server private IP? Because it's within the server, right? So server one private IP is this is the one. Just go and hello here. Okay. Sorry. Just go /32. Okay. Add role, save role. So I just enabled ping. Okay. So
Okay.
if you do it, ping, paste, enter. So you are getting the response back, right? So
Okay.
I've not done anything. Like by default within a subnet you can communicate. Okay, that too
Okay.
you need to enable in the security group because for the servers it's a firewall, right? Security group. So you need to enable
Okay.
that. So in the same way, if I try to telnet the same server on 22. Okay, all telnet. So loading plugins. What update command? Okay, sorry. So install. So it got installed, right? So now
Okay.
if you do telnet, it's connected.
Okay.
Okay, 10.0.28. Oh, sorry, within that only I'm trying to ping, right? So, sorry. We want this server, right? This server IP is this. So our server in subnet 1 is 10.0.28. Our server in subnet 2 is, this is the IP. Okay, 10.0.20.27. So you are getting the response of ping because I enabled ICMP. If you do telnet, the port with this server IP, the port, it will not allow because we have not enabled that port 22. See, you can see in this here, the 22 is allowed only for my laptop. Okay. So now you need to allow that IP. Okay. So which one? SSH. Okay. So which is the server from where you need to do it? From 10.0.28. Okay. This is the source 10.0.28/32. Okay. From here we are allowing. Just save now. So we have added the firewall rule or a security group rule. Now, if you control C, if you try to telnet it, it's working, right? So we can SSH to that machines now. Okay. In the same way, if you connect to this one, let's connect to one more server. That's a second server. Okay. This is the first server. We're able to ping the second server. We're able to telnet the second server. It shows like we are able to SSH also. Okay. So now we need to check the bidirectional, right? Okay. Yes. So now let SSH-i vpc.pem ec2 iPhone user dot. So what is the second server IP, public IP? This is the one, right? Just go paste it. Yes. So now, if you want to ping the first server IP, use the first server, copy that. This will not work. Why? Because we will not enable the ICMP, and even telnet will not also work. So let's install telnet on the first. Okay, if you do telnet, that's our IP and port 22. This will not work. Why? Because we have not allowed that port and ICMP traffic in the security group of server 1. Okay, so we need to go to server 1 security group. Madhu, you're getting what I'm doing?
Getting.
Okay. So you need to go to server 1 security group. Okay, select it, edit inbound rules, add. What do you need to add? To for ping we need ICMP. From where you need to have the server IP 10.0.20.27, right? 10.0.20.27. Sorry, 10.0.20.27/32. Okay, so you added ICMP and we are going to
Okay.
add SSH. Okay, port 22 from same 10 0 20 27. Correct? We are saving it.
Okay.
So the rules got saved, like we are allowing security group attached to the server 1 from server 2. Okay, here
Okay.
now do ping, you're able to get the response, right?
Okay.
So now do a telnet, you're able to connect. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the connectivity test we have tried before attaching a NACL.
Now the connection is there in between two subnets, and
Yes,
that's it,
yes,
right?
yeah, yeah. Now I'm going to restrict this connectivity between the subnets. Okay.
Connectivity made by using ICMP rules only.
No, port 22 I given allowed 22.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So ICMP is just only for the ping purpose. You need to check the
Ping.
traffic.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
only for the if you want to check the traffic ping. Okay, whether I'm able
Okay.
to
To make
reach
the
there.
connection between two servers is mainly SSH port number 22, right?
22 or any other ports. For example, let's
Okay. Okay.
take server 1 is like hosting some monitoring tool, and server 2 is
Okay.
like a normal server. So for the normal server need to communicate with the monitoring tool, right? For that some ports will
Okay.
be there. If you enable that, if you don't want SSH between those servers, restrict it. So there is no
Okay.
rule like you need to have a port 22 enabled between the servers to establish a connection. Connection is nothing but you are able to reach or not, that's it.
Okay.
Okay, so here,
Okay. Okay.
mm, go to network ACLs. Let me go to network ACLs here. Okay, so in the subnet association, so you can see two subnets got associated with this same network ACLs, right?
Okay.
So what you can do is create network ACL. Okay,
Okay.
give the tag for server for subnet one. Okay, select the VPC, create.
Okay. Okay.
So now go to subnet 1. This is the ACL you just created with the name subnet 1. If you go here, if you see the details, here outbound and inbound, you can see everything is denied by default.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
now if you attach this, okay, so what you need to do is just edit the roles, add role. If you say, just say 100, select type all, select all, allow. I'm selling, for example. So make it as a kind of default. So here, wait. Yeah, let's save it. So now what happens is, if you attach that, it will allow. Okay.
Okay.
Let me show one more thing. So if you create one rule or create your NACL by yourself, by default everything will be
Okay.
disabled now. So just close it, save. So try to associate this to our subnet one. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
which is our subnet one. Okay, okay, we have associated this. Okay, and create one more associate like subnet 2 VPC demo create. Okay, so if you go there, subnet, this is ACL which we have created. So you can see everything will be denied. Okay, go to subnet association, edit, subnet 2, edit. Okay, so you associated your subnet 2 with this subnet, right? So you need to go now to subnet. Okay, go to subnets. So you can see the ACL, everything is denied.
Okay. Yeah, by default it came, no, Madhu?
By default, it came when you create a VPC, but I am creating separate now.
Okay. No. Our agenda is like network ACL is to restrict the connection between the two subnets, right?
Yes.
Already those two subnets having the connectivity, right?
Yes.
Now you created two network ACLs individually in both the subnets, right?
Yes.
Okay.
That's
Then how we can?
that's what I will show that. Don't worry. So take one
Okay.
more session. That's why I'm going from the from bottom. That's why. Let me show you what happens here. Okay. It downloads. See, you're not able to connect your server now. Why? Any idea?
Where you are trying much, huh?
From my local. Previously, I did SSH, no? Same.
Okay.
Now I'm not able to
Okay.
connect. Why?
Because of this creation of network ACL.
Yes, exactly. So if you go to, so I'm trying to communicate, connect to my server one, no? Okay.
Okay.
So if you go to that subnet, where is that subnet? Yeah, this is a subnet. If you go to that subnet, network ACLs, if you see the entry, everything is denied.
Okay.
Okay, that's why I'm not able to
Okay.
reach. So even though I allowed the port from my port 22 from my source, my laptop in security group attached to this server, but I'm not able to communicate. Why? Because my traffic should first come to subnet. From the subnet, the traffic should go to server, right? In the subnet level only, my traffic is not allowing to go inside.
Okay.
So this is what we called NACLs will be used as a firewall in the subnet level, whereas security groups are firewall on instance level.
Okay.
Okay.
See, for example, this two subnets is there, right? In the two subnets, two servers you created, right? Two EC2
Yes.
instances.
Yes.
Are you able to log in those two servers through PuTTY?
That's what I'm telling.
Uh,
The putty and this one both are same.
okay.
See, I'm doing SSH from my local. This is my local only.
Okay.
Previously, I
No.
connected to the server from this only. Na putty, like putty.
Okay.
If you don't want to do SSH through putty, you
Okay.
can do it. I have this Git Bash is a SSH tool for Windows only. From there, I can do
Okay.
SSH to the server. So
No,
see.
Madhu.
Mhm,
Like our agenda is like
mhm.
through network ACL, we have to stop the communication between two subnets, right?
Yeah, that's what I will go to that step. Before I'm explaining you, previously I'm
Uh,
able to connect to that servers from my laptop. Okay.
okay.
Now, even I'm
Okay.
not able to communicate to the servers. Why? Because in the subnets
Okay.
I've associated NACL, there the rule is deny everything. Okay. So it's not
Okay.
allowing me also to go inside the subnet to connect to the server. So what you need
Okay.
to do,
It means to log in the it is unable to log in the individual servers also, right?
yes, because the traffic will
Okay.
from your laptop will first go to subnet. So in the subnet,
Okay.
this ACL is associated. So what it
Okay.
says, don't allow anything. Okay.
Okay.
So it will not allow me. So to enable that, what you need to do when you use NACLs, edit,
Okay.
not only you need to enable the ports from your laptop in security group attached to the server. If you use NACL, you need to edit, add a rule in your NACL also.
Okay.
Okay. So there
Okay.
I will go and I will show you how to do that. So go to the NACL. So server one, that is subnet one, right?
Okay.
It is the inbound rule. Okay. Add rule.
Okay.
So where you need to give a rule number, right? So I'm giving like 10. Start from 10 and give 10 20 like that, because if you want to add in between rules you can have. So now I'm allowing 22 hmm,
Okay.
from my laptop. Okay,
Okay.
so my laptop IP is IP chicken. I'm explaining you every scenario, that's what.
Okay.
Go here. Sorry. Why is that important? Hello. So this is I have it an allow. Okay. IPv4
Okay.
IP CDR block. That's what it
Okay.
is /32. Okay. So I'm allowing
Okay.
port 22
Okay.
to this subnet. Okay.
Okay.
From my laptop. Okay. Save.
So this IP chicken IP is your laptop, da?
Yes. Not
Okay.
laptop. This is a public IP assigned to me by my ISP, so internet service provider. Okay.
Okay.
So subnet
Okay.
1. Okay. So instance 1, server 1, the IP is 244, right? Now try. Okay, it's not allowing. We'll see
Yeah.
the rules, what is there. Okay,
Okay.
connection timer, port connection timer. Okay, so we'll go to that subnet. Where is that subnet? Network is here. We'll see. So the DNA. Okay, SSH protocol port from 157.45. This is my IP, right? Where is my IP? 157.45.6 147.
ಏನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಾ ಸರಿ ನಾವು ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಈಗ ಮೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಿದ್ದಾರಾ
Okay. Right. To open rules, edit rules, add rule. Custom role, all TCP, all traffic, all. Save. In the same way, go inbound rules, remove this, add rule, select, uncut, select all traffic, all, save. Okay. Now go. Yeah. Now we are able to connect. Madhu?
Okay.
Okay. We are able to connect. Now we want to restrict
Hey, what and all you made changes, bro, in that
here
inbound rules?
here inbound or outbound. I've added all traffic. Okay.
Okay.
So now I want to restrict, right? So first,
Okay.
in the inbound rules, I will restrict.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
from which subnet? Okay. Let me. So I don't want to. Let's connect to. Oh, wait. First, we'll prepare this security groups. Okay. Subnet to add inbound. Add. Just say 100. All traffic. See. Okay. Let's connect to both the servers and show you. Okay, this is a 2080 server. Okay, that's it. This is it. I VPC dot m EC2 user at. So we need second server IP, no? Why? The second server subnet 2, no? We'll go to ACLs. Metro inbound is there. Okay, here I need to add. Outbound it's 100. Traffic, not traffic. Save. Okay, so we have connected to both the servers from the subnet, even though we have attached this one, what we call as NACL. Okay, so now
Okay.
from both the servers, we'll try ping. Before restricting, we'll ping. Okay, 10.0.28. 10.0.28. Okay, we're able to ping now. The same
Okay.
way, ping that server reverse like 10.0.20.27,
2027.
right? We're able to
Okay.
ping now. So now
Okay.
we'll go for network ACLs in subnet 1. We need the subnet IDs now. So this is our subnet ID. Okay, subnets. So take the subnet ID or take the subnet range. This is the subnet range. So we'll go to inner CLs of subnet 1. Okay, edit inbound rows, add row, give lesser roll number because lesser will be having high priority because in the 100 we have allowed everything. No? So here I'm restricting all TCP from the range. Okay, denied. Okay,
Okay. Okay.
save. In the same way, go to outbound, edit rules, give rule number 90. Okay, select all traffic, or if you want any specific traffic to be controlled, you can select that. I don't want any
Okay.
traffic to go between, so I'm selecting that. Okay, do that.
Okay.
Select, deny, save.
Okay.
Okay, in which one? Subnet 1. Okay, in the same way, go to subnet 2, inbound rules, edit. So what is the subnet 2 range? Subnet 1 range, this is the one, right? So select it, go here, add rule 90, all traffic, select here, deny, save, go to outbound rules, edit rules, add traffic, add rule 90, all traffic. So if you want to select only inbound need to be restricted, you can restrict that. I'm restricting both inbound and outbound. Okay, deny it, save it. Okay, both are
Okay.
saved now. So here now go. Okay, still we receiving the traffic. Okay, okay, 1 minute. What's wrong? We'll see. the range we have given is correct. Subnet 2 10.0.20 16 slash. Okay, this is the reason. Okay, the
32 are they?
subnet 2, no, it should be
Ah,
subnet 1 range. Okay,
okay.
so in the subnet 1, it should be this one. Reverse we have added. Okay,
Okay.
we need
Okay.
from the subnet 1 we need to restrict subnet 2, right? If you go to subnet
Okay.
2, the range is this.
Okay.
Okay, so the reverse we have
Okay.
added, that's why. No worries, we'll go to NACLs. These are the little mistake when we do manually, this will happen. That's why people
Okay.
started using Terraform infrastructure as codes. Okay, so
Okay.
edit. So here you just need to change that to subnet 2 range, save it. In the similar fashion, you need to go to subnet 2 and you need to add the subnet 1 CIDR range. So subnet 1 CIDR range is 0. Okay,
Okay.
save. Now you already started packet losses. See, you're not able to ping
Okay.
from server 1. Let's ping. See, you're not able to,
Okay.
right? Now we have restricted traffic between the subnets.
Okay.
So if you want to allow again, if you want to allow only port 22, what you can do, just go here. So you need to restrict everything, but you just need to allow only port 22. Okay, then go
Okay.
here, add 80, which should be lesser than the previous, which was denying. Okay, because it will
Okay.
take the preference first, then it will go to next, and it will go to next. Okay, so here
Okay.
I want to allow only port 22. Okay, from my this range. Okay, or from my only server IP, or you can give the range. Okay, just allow, save it. Same, go to inbound, edit, add 80 here, SSH. So here give save. See here you can see I've in the rule 90 I've disabled everything, denied everything. Okay, the
Okay.
rule number 80 I'm allowing 20. So first it will take the rule number 80, then it will go to rule number 90.
Okay.
Okay, and then
Okay.
it will go to
Okay.
rule number 100. Save. So which is this one? Subnet 2, right? Okay,
Okay.
so then from subnet 1, so let's try. Okay, uh, wait, what we allowed is 20/28, right? Okay, which IP we are trying to ping? Okay, again we did mistake. Appa. This is the one we need to give, na? Okay, save. Yeah, now we need to try. See, okay, 10.0.20.8. Why? Again, we need to check. So we have a rule which allows port 22. Okay, the ping we not enabled, na? It's only 22. So what we need
Okay.
to do? Try with a telnet. Okay.
Okay.
So you know what and all ports we are enabling, that only will be allowed.
Okay.
Wait. Again. Okay. Is subnet to one range. Okay. So we are trying to. There's a little confusion. Wait. I'll clear. So this is a subnet 2 server. We are trying to ping to subnet 1 server, right? So
Okay.
that should be allowed in subnet 1. Okay.
Okay.
So then here it should be allowed. Add rule 80. Oh, sorry, man. There should be star, I think. Okay, add one more rule. Cancel it. Edit rule. Add rule. We'll give 80. We'll give port 22 from this range. Allow. Then we'll add this one also. Give 70. We'll add all ICMP for to test ping. Okay. Okay. Allow.
Okay.
Save. So in the inbound we have added need test. Okay. Let's go add in inbound. What we need to add? We need to allow port 80. So this is the rule. We'll allow ICMP. Okay, to test the ping from this. Okay, add rule. Adding port 22 from this. Save. Okay, so in my subnet 1, okay, this is the NACL. Okay, we'll go to our subnets only. You'll see the clear picture, and confusion will, because this is a networking concept, no, so you'll get little confusions. So which port you allowed? So this is a subnet 1. So the NACL is the inbound. So we are denying everything from this one. So why you denying everything from our subnets only? This is not a good tool. Okay.
Macha, within the subnet one you mentioned, see third one with the 90 rule. Subnet one is 10.0.20.
Yeah. That's what I'm confusing. What I've added. That's why I'm checking. Wait. So I'm denying ports from subnet 2, right? What is the subnet 2 range? This is a 1. Okay. So we'll go to subnet 1, right? Okay. We'll go to subnet 1 inbound rule. So see, in the subnet rule, in the subnet 1 inbound rule, we need to deny all traffic from subnet 2. So here the deny traffic should be, okay, subnet 16. Okay.
Okay.
And we need to enable all the ports, all the ICMP from subnet 2. It's a 16. Okay. And we are enabling port 22 from the subnet 2. This is 16. Okay.
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
In the outbound, yeah, here we have added correctly. We are denying all the traffic.
Okay. Correct.
Okay. There we have did a mistake. Okay. So now,
like that we have to do in subnet 2 also, right?
Yeah. That I'll show. Where that NACLs. Okay. So go to subnet 2. If you go in the inbound, I need to restrict all traffic from my primary first subnet. Deny ಮಾಡಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ?
Okay.
So we are denying in the subnet 2. We need to deny it. So edit. So here the deny rule, here it should be 0, right? And we need to allow from 0. Okay. And ICMP traffic from this one only, from subnet 1, right? This is allow. Okay. Here we are allowing this. We are denying all the traffic from in the rule number 90 from subnet 1 to subnet 2. Okay. And we are allowing ICMP in the rule number 70. Save. In the outbound, we are denying all the traffic from subnet 1. We are Where? Okay. We are denying all the traffic from subnet 1. We are allowing port 22 from the subnet 1. The 80 will add one more rule to allow ICMP to test ping. Okay. So all ICMP from our subnet 1. Okay. Same. Okay. So now final confirmation will go to our subnet. So subnet 1, it's the range is 28 20.0. Go to any ACLs and see we have a load from port 22 from we have a load port 22 from our subnet 2. We have allowed ICMP from our subnet 2. We have denied all the traffic from our subnet 2. So the priority will go like this. First, it will read rule 70. It will allow. Second, 80. So it will override this rule. Okay. Okay. So now we need to test if a connection is there or not. So we have enabled the ping also now.
Okay.
So let's first connect to servers. So we have connected to our servers. Let's
ping that IP 10.0.28.
see you're getting the response now.
Okay.
Ping 10.0.20.27 now.
Okay.
10.0.20.27 now. So now you're getting a response back.
Okay.
Why? Because we allowed this one. That's why. If you don't want to allow, just go here.
Okay.
To your NACLs. Subnet 1. Inbound rules. Edit rules.
Okay.
So remove that ICMP rule. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Save it.
And the Mailgadi 88870 also you can remove, no SSH.
If you don't want, you can remove.
Okay. Then it will deny, right?
Yeah. See, previously I removed only ICMP traffic. Ping will not work, but you can SSH.
Okay. Now both we remove.
Both we removed. Okay.
Only in inbound.
Both inbound outbound you need to.
Okay.
ICMP SSH. Save.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
What is inbound outbound means? To this subnet, the traffic coming into this subnet, it will be guided by inbound rules. The traffic from the subnet, it will guide from outbound. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So we removed both now. In which one? Subnet 1. Okay.
Okay.
And we'll go to subnet 2 also. Edit. Remove ICMP and port 22. Go to outbound, edit rules, ICMP 22. Save. Now, so you already saw some packet loss here.
Okay.
See, you're not able to ping now because we have restricted that in our NACLs. See, you're not in the receiving any traffic. You're not receiving any traffic.
Okay.
So this is how NACL works. Do you have any doubts?
No, bro.
Okay. If you want to see any magic, for example, let's go here, subnet association, edit subnet association. So you uncheck it.
Okay.
Edit. Go to subnet 1, edit subnet association. See, you are receiving traffic. See,
Okay.
the ping is working because we are not restricting any traffic in subnet level.
Okay.
So if you go and attach it again, for example,
Okay.
this is a subnet 1. Okay, as I associate subnet 1, edit. In a similar way, if you go edit subnet association, subnet 2, edit. Now see, packets are not
Okay.
coming. See,
Okay.
see.
Okay. Okay.
So this is how NACL works. You got it right?
Yeah, previously I got it. This subnet association, you did something, no? What you did?
I did like I removed the subnet association.
Okay.
So there is no NACL attached to the subnet. So there is no rules to guide the traffic. There is no rule to restrict the traffic to the subnet level. So it allowed the
Okay.
traffic. Whenever I associated
Okay.
this one NACL to the subnet, then again
Okay.
the rules came in picture. So it's not allowing the traffic.
Okay.
Got it right?
Okay.
Okay, this is how NACL works. Whereas security groups, will go to security groups. So as I told you, NACLs are restricting the traffic in subnet level, whereas security groups are restricting the traffic in instance level.
Come again, bro.
So NACLs, network ACLs are used to
Subnet level.
restrict the traffic in subnet level,
Okay.
whereas security groups are used to restrict the traffic in instance level. It's an instance level,
Okay.
but you can consider as a firewall for the instance
Okay. Okay. Got
outside.
it. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So
Got it.
whereas in network ACLs, okay, you'll be able to allow and deny the traffic.
Okay.
Whereas in security group, if you go to create a security group, so give some
Okay.
name, test security group,
Okay.
description term test only. So in which
Okay.
VPC in a demo only. So here
Okay.
you can add inbound outbound rules. Here you can
Okay.
add the rules. Okay, in the rules you will not see allow or deny. Okay, what and
Okay.
all the rules you add, it's allowed by default.
Okay.
What you need to enable, you just add here. That's it. You can't deny it.
Okay.
For example,
If we don't want, we can delete a step.
yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. Got
It's
it.
just allow you to add what under the ports need to be enabled in your server.
Okay. Okay.
So that's it. So this is the difference between NACL and security group. NACL is used in subnet level, whereas security group is used in instance level. Whereas in
Okay.
NACL, you can allow and delay traffic, whereas in security group, you can only allow.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, this will be attached
Okay.
in the instance level.
Okay.
To each instance, it will be get attached to the instance NIC. Okay, that NACL will be attached to the subnet.
Okay.
And in NACL, lower the value of the rule number, it will take the high priority.
Okay.
For example, consider rule number 70, which allows port 22 from a particular subnet, and rule number 80, which denies port 22 from the same subnet. Then the rule 70 will take the preference and it will allow the port 22. Okay.
Okay.
Even though you have rule number 80, which denies the port 22 from the same subnet, whereas you already have a same rule which is allow the port 22 above that rule. So the least the number rule will take the preference. Okay, if you want to restrict again, what you just need to remove the rule, or you add one more rule above it. Since 70 consider 70 rule which is allowing a port 22 from particular subnet. Okay, yeah, rule number 80, which is denying the port 22 from the same subnet. Okay, now your subnet NACL allow your traffic port 22 to communicate. Okay, so now
Okay.
if you add one more rule, rule number 60, which is the least now. So again, if you say deny the port 22 from the same subnet, it will deny the rule, deny the traffic.
Okay.
Got it? Lower the number, higher the preference.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. That's what
In the same, in a security group also same like that only.
Security group, there is no rule numbers. So as I
Okay,
told
okay.
you, in security group, if you add an entry, it's by default allowed. You
Okay,
can't allow and deny. Okay. If you want,
okay,
if you want to allow any port or any from the server, particular server, you can add that entry in the security group. So your server will be open to that. So your destination, your source server can communicate. If you don't want the rule, you just delete that entry in the security group.
okay, okay,
That's it. Okay. If you want, you can add. If you don't want, you delete.
okay,
Whereas in NACL, you can add the rule. If you don't want, disallow. If you want, allow.
okay. Got it, Madhu.
Okay. So whereas inbound or outbound, inbound is nothing but the traffic which is coming to your subnet. Outbound is nothing
Okay.
but the traffic is going out of your subnet.
Aware about that one.
Whereas in
Like in
security
our
group, yeah,
email servers.
yeah. Whereas in security group also is the same. Inbound is like
Okay,
the traffic is coming to your server. Outbound is like the traffic going out of your server.
okay,
Okay. So for
okay.
today, is this enough or will continue?
I think it's enough, Madhu. I think
Okay.
whatever. I think in next 10 days we will finish it, right?
Yeah.
No problem. We will go slowly only.
Yeah. Okay. We'll take time. We'll go deeper.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so now I completed security concepts in VPC. Tomorrow we'll go for VPN, virtual private network setup, and transit gateway concepts. Okay.
Okay, okay,
Okay. Thank you, Madhu.
okay. Thank you, Madhu.